Today on Ballistic Barbecue, I'm going to be cooking up Santa Maria style pork shoulder. I said that, Santa Maria style pork shoulder on El Fuego Trio. Let's get going. I know that Santa Maria barbecue is known for beef, primarily tri-tip nowadays. Tri-tip is actually a relatively newcomer to Santa Maria barbecue. Prior to that, it was sirloin block. You can't tell me that somewhere within the history of Santa Maria barbecue, some rancher didn't cook up some pork. So that's what I'm going to do. I have here a 4.5 pound pork shoulder. Obviously, it's not an entire pork shoulder. It's cut from the roast. And what I'm going to do is season that with some Santa Maria rub. This is Suzy Q rub. Again, just a very basic. It's salt, pepper, garlic, parsley, essentially. Something you could easily make at home. There we are. Let me mop up some of this goodness here. All right, as I said, I will be cooking this on LSG's El Fuego Trio. The initial cook is going to be a low and slow. I'm running the pit at 225 degrees Fahrenheit. Pellets only, and I'm burning actually the Costco pellets. It's their mixed hardwood blend. I will not be using the split basket this time for this cook. Probably going to be the last time you'll see me not using that split basket because I'm totally sold on using that. After I reach an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit, I'll be pulling this shoulder from the pit, allowing it to rest. And in the meantime, I'll be getting that live fireside roaring hot, lump charcoal. And normally, you know, Santa Maria barbecue, you're going to want to use a coastal red oak. I do not have any of that. I do have some hickory, so I'm going to throw some hickory in the pit. You burn what you got, you know what I mean? You can't always have access to the woods that some regions are using. So I'll see you at the pit as soon as this, like I said, is sweat through the rub. All right, like I said, 225 degrees. It does have a little fat cap, so let's see if it'll stand up. Go fat cap up. And there we are. I'll be checking on this probably about an hour in, see how it's looking. If it's looking dry, I'll spritz it with a little spritz. Like I said, I'm going 145 degrees internal. I'll pull it, and then we'll do a sear on the live fireside. It's gonna be good. What I plan on doing is slice this really thin. 4.5 pounds is plenty of food for my family, 3 people here. And I'm looking at making some sandwiches. I'm really excited about this. And here we are, 1 hour check-in. Let's give it a little mist here. All right, it's coming along. I don't think I mentioned it, but I have both lid dampers open about a quarter of the way. Okay, we are at 3 hours, 24 minutes, and it is done. Here's what our pork looks like. It has a nice color to it. What I'm going to do now is remove the pork from the pit, wrap it in foil, let it rest, and then I'm going to light up that live fireside. I already have it loaded up with lump. What I'm going to do is simply take a torch, and I'm not going to blast the fire in there, but I'm going to get that torch in there, get the lump lit. Once the lump is going, I'm going to throw in some chunks of wood. All right, as you can see, we have a nice blazing fire here. I blotted off the shoulder in the house. All right, I'm gonna allow this to rest a little bit. I'll meet you right here at the cutting board. All right, and here it is, all rested up and just looking amazing. Like I said, our intent is we're going to make sandwiches from this. I'm just gonna go ahead right off the bat and cut it down right through the middle here. I guess the firefighters want some sandwiches. There we are. Oh, so juicy. And yeah, you can see a nice little smoke ring there. I said a little over 3 hours on the smoke. Let's see what we got. So for the sandwiches, I want to cut just really thin. I'm not making sandwiches on this video, by the way. I'm just giving you guys a try, seeing how it did. And here we are, just again, I hope you can see how moist this is. And I'm smelling the smoke. Let's give this a try. Very, very tender. And again, pork shoulder meat. It's got a really nice deep smoke ring. You know, that basic rub at Susie Q's, salt, pepper, garlic. This is a classic Santa Maria rub. It reminds me of my mother-in-law. She's passed a couple of years ago now. She was from Switzerland, and she was the best cook. And one of the things that she would make that I just loved was pork roast. So good. It kind of reminds me of her. She wasn't, you know, cooking it on a smoker or anything, but anything she touched when it came to food was a hit. This is so good. I can't believe just how juicy it is. I don't think I'm making a sandwich with mine. I think I'm gonna rock some like mashed potatoes and some type of vegetable to go with it. Kind of dip this in the gravy, but I'm not going to make a sandwich. This is too good. Now, regarding the smoky flavor, definitely getting some smoky flavor, but a lot of it, you know, it's coming from the grilling process. I had that lump charcoal blazing, threw in those chunks of wood, and that contributed to a lot of the smoke flavor that I'm getting on the surface here, along with, you know, that nice grilled, that char flavor, which is killer. As far as the meat itself, I am getting a smoke flavor. It's a good pellet cooker smoke flavor from the meat. Again, you know, I've said it before, with pellet cooking, the limitations are the pellets. The nicer pellet grills, you know, they're doing their best to get more smoke in, which they're achieving, but it's not a split of wood. It's not a split of wood, and there's a huge difference between even the best, most premium pellets and a split of actual wood. That's why I think that split basket is such a game changer. One thing I'm really waiting to do is do a cook blending a 50-50 blend with the wood chips and using that split basket with, you know, some nice big chunks of whatever kind of wood. But El Fuego Trio for the win. Again, I love this cooker. I love it. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Leave some comments down below if you'd like to see me do something specific. I'm, again, going down the list, trying to check off all the boxes, and I'm really enjoying this cooker. Really enjoying it. Again, it's so different from anything I own. And it's fun. I love it. I love the versatility of being able to cook with pellets and cook with live wood, with live fire. But if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't taken the time to subscribe, please consider hitting the sub button or ring the notification bell. Thumb it up if you like it. I hope you did. I will see you on the next video. Cheers.